So today we will discuss about some Java coding standards. So what we will today discuss? Today we will discuss about Java coding standards. So we have to keep in mind, like whatever we input into the Java, so it must contain it should maintain a specific like standard. So whenever we are writing Java code, it is like highly recommended to follow coding standards, like whatever we are writing, like we are writing if any component name, that its name should reflect the purpose of that component or the functionality. Okay, so the main advantage of this approach is, like, if we maintain the Java standard, like coding standard, so what is the main advantage? So main advantage is the readability of the code will be very good, and the readability and maintainability. So the readability and to maintain that code, maintainability of the code is will be improved. The code will be improved. So if we maintain the Java coding standard, so the readability and maintainability of the code will be improved. So suppose we take an example, like you will better understand with the example. Suppose we want to write a program in which we take two numbers, like we take number, like suppose 2 and 3 from the user, and we will add this and we will provide the output, the sum of the two numbers, to the user. So suppose this is the first way in which we can write the code, and this is the second way in which we can write the code. So suppose in the first way we write as class A, public int m1, int x comma int y, return x plus y. So okay, this is the way. And in the second way, suppose we write, so what we write at, we write first the package, and then we write public, and then we declare the class name with proper modifiers like public, static, int, and then the class name, the public class calculator, and then we define the method name with proper modifiers, public, static, int, add, int number 1 comma int number 2, and then return number 1 plus number 2. So we should first of all differentiate what is the difference between this code and this code. So in this code, simply after looking into the code, what we can understand, we can't understand what this code is actually about. So after looking at the first line, we can't tell what is the actual code, what this code is about. But here in the second line, we can see it's written public class calculator. So we can assume this is a program of a calculator. Okay, so after looking at the first line, we can assume that this is the program of a calculator. So it must add something, or it must multiply or divide. So it should do some functionality of the calculator. So this is the main purpose, that the class name should represent the functionality of the method which we are using. So we are using here addition, so it can be like the public class addition, you can name that class, but we are writing a public class calculator, so it represents the functionality of the class which we are defining beneath it. So it is this. And in the second line, we are declaring this method as public int m1. So what does m1 define? We can't clearly understand what is m1. Here we can see it's written public static int add. So we can add this method will use to add any number. So it's see, the readability of the code is increased. So after looking this in add, we can see, we can assume that within this method some add functionality is implemented, like, and there the argument here, see, int x and int y, and here we are returning x and y. So but here we are taking int number 1 and the int number 2. So this is the readability of the code is here more. So this method, this no method is called Amirpet standard, and this is called high-tech city standard. So there is no error in this both code, so both code will work fine or run fine. But what is like, if we write this code, we will be able to understand this code. But if I give this code to some other person, unless and until they look into the whole code, they won't be able to tell you what is the code about, what is the class about. Okay. But in the second case, if we write this program and if we provide this to any other user, so they can tell like this must be a program of a calculator. After looking at the first line only, they can tell like this might be a program of calculator. And after looking at the first line of the method, they can even say that this method or this block is used for like some addition must be implemented in this method. So this is the basic difference, like, so that we have to maintain the Java coding standard. So what is the code? So like how we can define the class name, so for defining class name, there are some rules, like we have to start with uppercase, and then like after like if the class name is simple as calculator, so we will write simply as calculator. And suppose if the class name is string buffer, so we will write string buffer. So we will keep the uppercase, like a single word just starting with the uppercase. So if the next word it comes, so we will start it with the uppercase. So we can maintain this. So for class name, so there is no specific rule that you have to maintain this, but after doing this, it will increase, like the readability of and the maintainability of the code will increase. So it's not compulsory that you have to use it, but after using this, it will be like good for everyone, like everyone follows this. And like similarly it is for the methods. It is that start with lowercase, and for consecutive, for more than one words, like we have to start with, for consecutive, next word start with uppercase. So suppose the method name is get name, so we will start with small, the first word starts with a lowercase, and the second word starts with a uppercase. So this is the basic difference, like things which we can maintain while writing a Java code. And suppose if the variable name, so same is the case with the variable. So method or variable, the variable should also follow the same rule as that of the method, that if the variable name is like suppose mobile number, so we will start with a lowercase m, then we will start number with the uppercase n. So it will increase the readability of the code, and the code will be like easy to maintain and for others to read easily. And similarly for the constant, so like this is class, methods, there are various things, but this is the main thing which we can focus upon, like class name, method name, variable name, and there is also one constant name. So if we are using constant in our program, so it is like we can use all uppercase values in that constant. Suppose we are declaring a constant, suppose we are defining any constant in our program, suppose we have to define the maximum value as 4. So for writing constant, we can use max and we can differentiate. So as we are writing everything in uppercase, so if we write as max, value, so it won't be easy for us to differentiate. So we will provide an underscore. So underscore is a defined, like underscore and dollar, these are the only things which we can use in the name of the variable. So we can use the underscore, so it is better. So these are the different like things which we can, like if we want to write a class name, so we will start with the uppercase, and for the next consecutive word we can use the uppercase. And for methods or variables, we will start with a lowercase, and then for consecutive next word we will start with an uppercase. And similarly for the constant, we will write every word in the uppercase, and if we want to like add, if there is more than one word, then we can use an underscore symbol within this. So these were the basic things which we can use over here. So if you have any questions or doubt, you can ask in the comment section so that I can reply over to it. Or if you want any specific topic to be discussed over here, so you can also mention that specific topic, and I will I will make sure that I can cover that topic in the next session. Thank you.